Hi, I'm Capt Frank Lanier, a retired Coast Guard officer and SAMS Accredited Marine Surveyor with over 40 years of experience in the maritime and diving industry. I've amassed literally thousands of photos of all the bad things I've found on boats during my career as a Marine Surveyor. So what we're going to do today is take a look at some of my favorites. We're going to take a look at each picture. We're going to discuss why they're evil, and we're going to discuss what you need to do to correct it. So hop in, buckle up, keep your arms and legs inside the car at all times as we take a carnival-like ride tour through the cavalcade of owner-induced perversions that I like to call Captain Frank's Sea Chest of Horror. Sea Chest of Horror. The potential problems caused by any joint formed by clamping a larger size hose on a smaller one are obvious, but it's particularly bad when done in the exhaust system. Not only does it create a potential source of carbon monoxide leakage into the interior, but failure here also means that the engine would be pumping exhaust water directly into the vessel. When I was a kid, there was a TV commercial for an oil change franchise that featured a chimpanzee changing people's oil. He would change their oil and drain it and change the oil filter. And the big tagline was, pay me now or pay me later, indicating that if you didn't pay him now to change the oil, then you'd be paying that monkey to change your engine out later on. Looking at this engine exhaust riser, we can tell that, it's later. The run and rust here is indicative of corrosion. And if it's this bad on the outside, then you can imagine that it is 10 times worse on the inside. Exhaust risers, also known as exhaust elbows, should be periodically removed, pressure tested, and checked for internal corrosion or clogging, as failure here could easily result in catastrophic engine failure as a result of water leaking back down into the engine cylinders. Small boats and big engines often equate to major headaches from both a survey and upkeep standpoint. The more of a pain it is to do maintenance, the greater chance it won't get done. These twin 454 Crusaders were shoehorned in so tight that an average-sized person could barely stand sideways between them, much less access components to conduct preventive maintenance or repairs. It's almost impossible to physically access the space or equipment located forward and outboard of the engines. The owner commented that when he had to replace the battery charger, which was located on the bulkhead forward of the starboard engine, he hired a 7-year-old boy to squeeze into the space and unscrew the mounting bolts and install the new unit. This is one of 2 cutlass bearings from a twin-engine powerboat that were so severely worn that both shafts were damaged and had to be replaced. A cutlass bearing is a short metal tube, usually brass, with an inner grooved rubber lining. The bearing holds the shaft steady as it turns, while the grooves, which run fore and aft, allow water to enter the cutlass bearing and provide lubrication to the shaft as it turns. Cutlass bearing replacement is a routine maintenance item. They all eventually wear to the point of looseness, at which point, if they're left unaddressed, it can result in a number of problems, from excessive shaft vibration to drivetrain alignment issues. In cases of severe wear, such as the photo shown above, the groove channels are completely worn away, meaning the shaft receives no lubrication from the surrounding water, leading to scoring of the shaft due to friction, and a reduction in diameter where it passes through the cutlass bearings. The seller had replaced both cutlass bearings the day before the survey, but even with new cutlass bearings of the proper size installed, both shafts still had significant play. After the survey, the shafts were removed, and it was discovered that the diameter of each shaft had decreased by almost 1/8 of an inch where they transitioned the cutlass bearings.